What's good, everyone? David Nicky back in the den. I'm over here staying inside the house. Well, I did work today. I actually still have to work in my job, so it's good to be home. I'd rather be home, to be honest with you. I don't want to be out there and putting my life at risk, but gotta work, right? So I'm here. I'm home. I hope everyone out there is staying positive. If you're indoors, that's great. It's okay. We're gonna pull out of this, and just keep your head up, keep moving forward, never give up, never quit. So I understand times are tough, with us all staying home and whatnot. In Philly over here, they're starting tomorrow. They're gonna order everybody to stay home no matter what. All the essential things, all the essential people will go out, things like that. So it's tough, man. Scary times. I understand, but we're gonna be all right. We're gonna pull through. So let's talk about something simpler times, if you will. Let's talk about the back in the day, the great times, the great days. So I thought I'd talk about that with one of my own experiences, and I thought I show that out with a new kick I have today. They're talking about canceling the Olympics this summer, so that's a shame, man. That's just crazy. Things are just getting wild. Keeping you guys waiting. All right, let's check it out. Yeah. The Nike Air More Uptempo Olympics. These originally came out in the '96 Olympics. It was worn by Scottie Pippen, and Nike just restocked. Nike released them like last week, so I was able to scoop them up, get my hands on these. So that's crazy thinking about canceling the Olympics, and they re-released these in 2012 and in 2016, and now 2020. So it's a shame what's going on about this whole world being shut down. These were dropped last week for a retail of $160. These right here remind me of good times, man. Good times. I grew up in the '90s, and I can never get these. Now, before I even go further into the story, right here, it wasn't actually this colorway that was popular. It was all black joints. I probably put a picture up so you could see it. But those, everyone had them. Maybe not everyone, but a lot of people had them. A lot. And growing up in in that era, what you just needed something name brand on your feet. You needed the clothes too, but everything started with your feet. People looked at that first. It didn't matter if you had a messed up, dirty shirt or all torn up. You know what I mean? If you had something powerful on your feet, that's all that mattered in those days. And same thing with if you had the most flyest polo shirt that you could ever think of. Didn't matter. If you had some bobos on your feet, it was over. It was a wrap. That was it. It was done. Nothing that shirt can do to help you. That was it, man. So these remind me of those days, man. I must have been in, 5th or 6th grade. Maybe 7th grade, when these were really popular and they were hot. And everyone had a pair, and they were just fly. I remember I always wanted one. I was like, oh man. And obviously it never happened. My mom wasn't gonna pay whatever. Like I think I heard that these were like $130 in those days. I don't know if that's true. But my mom was never ever gonna pay for something like that. So I have them now. And you know, in those days, man, that's what it was. It was about staying fresh, man. You know, and I was lucky enough to have some name brand, but not like the hype beast. In those days, we didn't call it hype beast, but you know, the hype sneakers in those days. You know, you just couldn't get your hands on them. At least not for me. So these were really popular. A lot of people had them. Real quick, man, just a little historical thing. I don't know how it was in Chicago, but growing up in Philly, no one called these the Pippins. I understand these are Pippin's shoes for the Olympics. He wore these. They're not like officially Pippin sneakers, but like I guess like he wore them a lot. And no one else called them Uptempos. No one. They just, you know, those that Nike Air sneaks, the Nike with the big air letters. That was it. Like no one called these Uptempos. No one called them the Pippins. Fun fact too, I guess like I think everyone around that era who is watching this right now, I think they will 100% agree with me. We didn't talk about Pippin like that. We really didn't. You actually hear about Pippin more today than you did back in those days. And that's the absolute truth, man. It was all about Jordan. It was all about MJ, man. You know, Pippin was mentioned every now and then. He was, you know what I'm saying? I'm not taking away from him. He was a great player. But yeah, no one really hyped him up like they do today. Yeah, he's more talked about now than, you know, I can ever imagine. Like in those days, man, it was all about Jordan, man. Forget about Steve Kerr. I think most of us didn't even know Steve Kerr existed, to be honest with you. So, but you know, that's how it was. And I just remember these being really, really popular. Really popular. Like I said, the all black ones. And you know, I personally did not see this colorway as a kid. But the black ones, yeah, man, they were really popular. They were nice. And you know, you would just see people in class wearing them. It was just, you know, they were fresh, man. Like, what can I say? You know, this was a real simple time, man. These were good days, man. This was before 9/11. It was before, you know, all this madness that you're seeing now. Good idea to talk about these. Think about something nice. Think about something that made us feel good in those days, you know. 90s were a special time. You got navy blue, most of the shoe, and then you got the all white letters of the Air on both sides. Going down to the midsole, extends down. You got your air bubbles right there. All right. You got a swoosh on the front. Outsole's bottom, you got a red swoosh on the bottom and a little mini one right here. And you got that gold right there going out. I think they said back in the day this thing was clear. I don't remember that. You got Nike Air inside the shoe. Right here, swoosh right here is all red. That's pretty cool. You got that 8 on the back. Represent Pippin's number because he wore these in the Olympics. Production date on these were November 6, 2019, January 15th, 2020. So these are fresh, man. These just came out. And you got a little mini swoosh right here. Bang. On both sides. If you had these, man, you were in the club. You know, you were fresh, man. You were nice. You were fly. If you had a pair of these. It's just crazy. Like, I get to have them in hand now. I see them up close. You know, back then I didn't have that opportunity, and unfortunately none of my friends had these, so never got to really see them like this up close, man. So this is a first, man. It's crazy, man. We're talking like 20 years ago or 20 some years ago. So yeah, just stay safe, man. You know, we're gonna pull through out of this, and I just hope everybody is just happy. You know, if you're home, make the best of it. Spend time with family, call family. You know, tell people you haven't spoken to in a while. You know, tell them how you feel. You know, and you know, just love life. I'll catch you guys in the next one. All right, peace.